Olá a todos, hoje vou participar no torneio da EA Sports do Stay and Home. Vou jogar contra o Bruno Guimaraes do Lyon às 6h45 horas de Espanha e fiquem atentos e passem pela live para ver. Um abraço.
Fala galera, hoje eu vou participar do torneio da FIFA Stay Home. Estou muito ansioso para a partida contra o Joao. Espero fazer um grande jogo e passando de fase. O mais importante de tudo é conscientizar as pessoas a ficar em casa para que possamos juntos passar por esse momento difícil. Valeu, abraço!
Thanks for joining us here. Day 3 of the Stay and Play Cup. I'm Jimmy Conrad alongside Spencer Owen and Mike LaBelle and an esports star from Manchester City, Ryan Pessoa. Now, guys, before we get into the next matchup, Atletico Madrid versus Lyon, let's hit the socials. Let's see what people are saying on the Twitter, as I like to say. This one is from EJ Manuel. He says, this Stay and Play Cup on ESPN is fun to watch. Esports becoming the new wave amid the pandemic. Yes, we agree with you. Also, the part at the end, stay home and stay safe. That's very important. We love that messaging. Thank you so much, DJ. Then Ben Baby. What's up, Ben? Big FIFA 20 fan enjoying the Stay and Play Cup on ESPN2. Always fun to watch people who are elite at their craft. I think he's only talking about Ryan Pessoa here. And then Man City Esports says full-time, it's a narrow defeat for Phil Foden, and he's out of the Stay and Play Cup. Well played, Nabil Bahoui and IAK. Love that. Respect. We got one more for you guys from Marcus Magnuson. Let's go, Nabil Bahoui. Bye-bye, City. Well, you were right. I don't know if you said that before that match started or after, but you were correct. So, Marcus, thank you so much for tweeting at us. If you guys want to join the conversation moving forward today, make sure you hit us up at EA FIFA Esports and use the hashtag #StayAndPlay. All right, let's take a look now at the brackets. Spencer, I love when you talk over these. It's your turn.
Well, it's been updated a little bit, hasn't it, since we last looked at it? And that is because Phil Foden of Man City is out. Bahoui has made his way through. And we're actually going to find out who's playing him in the quarterfinal with this next game between Joao Felix of Atletico Madrid and Bruno Guimaraes of Olympique Lyon. So two Portuguese speakers going face-to-face here. Looking forward to seeing who comes out of that one. And let's face it, Bahoui's up there now with the best players in the tournament after racking up 2 wins. But they're going to have their work cut out. Joao Felix, the younger of the two here, obviously superstar on the scene in La Liga and for the last 2 years in European football. But does that translate to FIFA ability? We're going to find out.
Well, even though they both speak Portuguese, one is from Portugal, the other one is from Brazil, and you can't sleep on South Americans, at least in competitive FIFA. Isn't that right, Ryan?
Yeah, absolutely. Across the previous years of FIFA, and especially this year, you've seen how well the South Americans have been doing on FIFA. You've got Nicholas, you've got Spider-Kong this year, you've got Resende, you've got so many top players from the South American contingency. And yeah, they're doing well to showcase their ability on FIFA esports. Hopefully, we'll have a great matchup here.
Now, let's talk about the North Americans really quick, Mike, because I got to give some love to NA. Oh, here's a good shot of Bruno Guimaraes from Lyon. Nice little setup there. South American representative from Brazil. Looking good. I feel like I need one of those shirts. I actually wish during my professional career I would have went with Jimmy C instead of Conrad on the back. Especially after seeing this. But Mike, talk a little bit about North America. Well, I've evolved into Conradinho. I was always a closet, string puller in my mind, but just played center back professionally. Now, Mike, a little bit about North America, because I just feel like NA all day. We need to give some love to the North Americans.
Is that the rebrand, Jimmy? Jimmy C. no longer would be around Conrad at all. No Conradinho. The elimination. We've rebranded to Jimmy C. Everything happening in North America has been fantastic with the growth and the just development of the competitive FIFA scene and the ecosystem. I've seen a lot of things happen in Canada. We've also seen, of course, from a league perspective, EMLS being integrated into everything in the ecosystem, and we're developing so many different pro players. I would say this year that we've got a lot of guys qualifying. They're doing well at events. We haven't had the same breakthroughs as some of the South Americans because I feel like every event we talk about a new South American player that we didn't know a lot about, and he makes a run to the finals. So good on them.
All right, we'll see if this South American Bruno Guimaraes can take down Joao Felix. Spencer, predictions in this one?
I'll be honest, I haven't got a lot to go off with these two guys as FIFA players. Joao Felix is slightly younger, Bruno Guimaraes is 22, but it's still a young player, and it's going to come down to who plays the most. Purely off the hype, I'm going with Joao Felix for the win.
Okay.
And my predictions
How about
have
you,
not been good so far.
Mike, what about you? Are you going to follow Spencer this time or no?
I hate that. I think I'm going to follow, but for completely different logic. I didn't like Bruno's setup. It looks like it's going to hurt his neck how he's looking up at the TV. That's not your traditional esports setup. Everybody wants to be esports build. You're focused in. You're sitting down. You've got your monitors. So I'm going with Joao Felix.
Okay, Ryan, how about you?
Similar to Spencer, I don't have too much to go off, but I'm going to go against their predictions. I'm going to go for Bruno to take the win here. But his setup isn't, I guess it's not ideal, but I'm going to go for him to take the win.
Well, I think Bruno's actually going to stand up, so his neck is not going to hurt, and I think he'll probably get the W as well. But we'll see. You never know until the game is played. So let's throw it over to our casters for this game, the birthday boy, Brandon Smith and Richard Buckley, and Ryan will be joining them. Guys?
Thank you very much, Jimmy. And of course, thank you guys for the birthday wishes as well. Excited to be here. Excited to get our second match of day 3 underway. Gentlemen, it's an amazing one, isn't it? We're looking at pretty much another Champions League tie, so to speak. We've got Olympic Lyon up against Atletico Madrid.
Yeah, absolutely. A very good tie. 2 young players as well. I'm looking forward to see. I don't want to go out on a limb, but I feel as though the younger players, apart from Bahoui, seem to be playing better. Jesper Lindström, extremely young as well. So is it more the age factor potentially playing a difference? We'll have to wait and see.